With regards to the appearance of organized religions in our history, I'm going to use the example of Quakerism because of its connecting threads to early banking houses, alchemy, and the Egyptian Corpus Hermeticum. The Protestant denomination that came to be known as Quakerism came to the world through Englishman George Fox, who was said to have been guided by a vision from God in 1652 to start a new religion with the priesthood of believers when he saw that it was possible to have a direct experience of Christ without clergy. It is interesting to note the relationship of Quakers to big banks. The origins of Lloyd's Bank, the largest retail bank in Great Britain, go back to 1765, when Quaker iron producer and dealer Samson Lloyd set up a private banking business in Birmingham with industrialist John Taylor. The multinational universal bank Barclays traces its origins to Quaker goldsmiths John Freem, his brother-in-law Thomas Gould, and their apprentice James Barclay in 1690, at a time during which goldsmiths held cash deposits and issued receipts that came to be used as money. I went looking around to see if the founder of Quakerism, George Fox, had any Masonic connections or anything like that, and not that I could find on an internet search. What I did find that was interesting was a PDF chapter on the University of London School of Advanced Studies website, which archives the Journal of the Friends Historical Society. Quakers are also known as Friends. The title of the PDF chapter is Early Friends and the Alchemy of Perfection, and at the beginning it mentions George Fox meeting a German in London in 1660. While it was not known exactly who the German was, the author of the chapter speculated that it was quite possibly, from what little information Fox provided, someone by the name of Frans Mercurius van Helmont, a Flemish physician and alchemist who had settled in London by the 1670s and became a Quaker himself until sometime around 1690. Throughout all this time, Van Helmont was heavily involved in Kabbalistic metaphysics. He spent his remaining years in Germany until his death in 1699. The author went on to say that Frans Mercurius van Helmont was the son of the leading exponent on the European continent of the Paracelsian alchemical tradition, and also a physician, Johann Baptist van Helmont, and that both carried on in the Paracelsian philosophy of medicine, as well as interest in the Kabbalah of the Jewish mystical tradition. The Van Helmonts emphasized direct personal observation and experiment, and that Franz expressed admiration for the mystical nature of the spiritual experiences of the Quakers.